I thought I was gonna have my intro, but I didn't get no intro. It's okay. I thought the intro was gonna go. What's up? Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. It's a Sunday evening. What is it, October 5th? October 5th. That's the day, right? Yeah. October 5th, 2025. In this month, folks, is when I went and linked up with Umar. It was in the middle of this month, sometime in this month, early. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ricky? And when I tapped into the Umar Johnson School, the FDMG, I was up at the school sometime in this month. So that was 5 years ago, folks. 5 years ago to this day. 5 years ago to this day. And so it just feels good for me to know that 5 years later, I did not give up on my situation. It's beyond the pay, it's beyond the money, but we do need and we do want and we do demand our bread. But it's more so about the principle. Because when you say that you're a person who's about black power, about African power, about uniting the nation, but yet and still you're not doing it no way in brotherly fashion, and you're going on for 5 years as a con artist, it's more so about the principle as a man. And so as men, we must stand up to corn men like this who scheme and scam on women and prey on women. And they've been doing this as a child, impregnating these girls, getting these women pregnant, and disappearing on them and milking their pockets. It's these type of predators that we must attack. And with that is why I stand strong 5 years later. When I came on the set, I told you my situation pockets was empty. I was from New York. My situation was grim. I came out here to survive. And, from then I've been surviving and we doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We still surviving, still broke, pocket still empty, but we still surviving. We didn't give up. We don't quit because that's black power. You know what I'm saying? And when I came out here and when he did that to me, I didn't have, no financial backing. I didn't have no financial power. I didn't have a lawyer. I didn't even know which way, where to go. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a direction. So a lot of support came from those who just saw and heard my story and they, chose to support. Whether they thought I was a Umar Johnson supporter or not, they chose to support. And thank you to those folks who, and 5 years ago, like I said, it was 5 years ago in the month of October 2020, when I arrived to Philly and I arrived to Delaware and I was in the FDMG and Umar just robbed me out of the bread. And so I stand here strong, folks, 5 years later. And not only will we get justice, but we will get justice on a higher level. And this is the live stream. We'll talk about it and discuss it. And prayerfully with this attempt, the young lady, Miss Lorient, will step to the podium and she will, do her job. Because everybody have a purpose and everybody have a position to play. And if she's seen the light in this man, then she's seen the darkness in this man, that she see the vision of what must be done. She's seen she knows what must be done. And to end this whole fiasco, it's not going to take a movie. It's not just about the movie. It's not just about the female living in the house, staying in the house and having the sexual intercourse and giving the rundown about the moms. It's going to be, and it's not about the daughter coming out. It's not about the father coming out. It's about a collision. It's about a nova of all the effects coming together. And that's what's going to take for us to break and take this man down to stop this. Because, folks, just imagine what he's going to do in Africa. Or should I say, just imagine what he's doing in Africa. Just imagine those, I'm going to use the word ignorant because they just don't know, African folks out there who don't really know what's really going on in the States. They don't know what's going on with the real Umar Johnson. They don't really know. They hear the stories, but they don't want to believe it because they want to believe the hype. They want to believe in the leadership. They want a leader. But we know what the real is. We know that this is not the leader for America. We know that this is not the leader for Black America. So we're going to hold strong right now with this whole situation. And when I say hold strong with the situation, I think I see a green light. And when I say I think I seen the green light, I seen pretty much the light at the end of my personal tunnel. And in my journey, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have the live streams where I have hundreds and hundreds of thousands, hundreds of people watching and hundreds of thousand views. I wasn't, you know, I didn't get to that level just of yet, because it wasn't about that. It was about strategically strategizing through these YouTube streets to get to the mainstream. Because, like I said, the situation is bigger than my money that he owes. It's about exposing a modern day con artist using technology, using the banking system, the online banking system. Understand, this is real big. We talk about Cash App, we talk about PayPal, we talk about whatever Venmo, whatever social media sites he's using and online banking accounts he's using. And we talk about modern day scamming at the highest. And we talk about, you know, like cases that could have went cold cases and cold that could just went under the radar. We talk about bringing that to the light. Someone who was preaching Black power wasn't about blackness at all. So when I come into these YouTube streets now, I'm speaking to you on such a different level of frustration, such a different level of, you know what I'm saying, where this whole Umar Johnson situation needs to go. You know what I'm saying? We say this Umar Johnson sector, the Umar Johnson sector is popping. See, for all those folks who don't understand what the Umar Johnson sector is, the Umar Johnson sector consists of Mary, consists of that conscious stripper, consists of Jamal Johnson, if you don't know who that is, consists of Mama Johnson, that's Grandma Johnson, Baby Smurf, you know what I'm saying? The Umar Johnson sector consists of myself. It consists of I forgot the woman named. I'm sorry, forgive me for forgetting your name, but the woman that, you know, from Kentucky, who came not from Kentucky, but from she came all the way from that weird state, and she came all the way, you know, to see Umar. She was the one who exposed Umar Johnson and his moms. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, Janae. You know what I'm saying, Janae. So the Umar Johnson sector is more popping than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? And who's sitting back reaping all the benefits? Lennon. Who's sitting back still fighting, not just for his finances, but to bring down the scammer, me. I'm not doing it for super chats. I'm not doing this for more views. I'm not doing this for, I'm trying to get subscribers after subscribers. I'm trying to get real justice. And with those platforms, it takes those right ears to hear and those right eyes to see. And once you hear and you see, then you know what you must do. Everyone wants to, you know what I'm saying, have a spotlight, have a shine on something that has nothing to do with them. They just want to have commentary, ha ha, he he ho ho, commentary. Oh, he's never going, oh, he's not. But yet still, when it comes to how we can really bring it down, we're not focused on that. Now, I'm calling for Miss Mary. What time is it? I'm calling for Miss Mary to, you know, step up, because the position that she got, that because Umar's a fool. Umar's such a fool. The position that she placed herself in because of her being a female, and Umar being such a gullible fool. That's the funniest thing, you know, gullible fools the men who's gullible fools when it comes to the women and just get caught up on that hype because he always wanted to get in some kind of skins. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get in the skins. And so because he wanted to get in the skins, he would do anything. And this woman got his life and with him telling his personal life. And they wanted to exclude me. Exclude me. United States Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation want to exclude me. How can you exclude me? You know what I'm saying? How can you exclude me when I got mail? I got mail. You know what I'm saying? I got mail. See that? That's sent to me from the FBI. And yo, you want to hear something really sad and crazy, folks? My mental state, my heart, my stress, my frustration is at the all-time high that, you know, when you just snap and you just pop, boop, and it's like you become numb. That's what happened to me. So, like, for those who be like, yo, what happened to dog? Yo, I became so numb to the situation. I feel like I'm psycho with it. Understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm psycho with it. And when I say psycho, I mean psycho on the level where I don't know what I would do next. And so it's just strategically sit back, planning, plotting, scheming, not scamming, but scheming on how we're going to play our position in this canvas, because we're going to paint some art. We're going to paint art. And see, sadly, is that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like when Tupac was alive and he was so about the music industry, he was so about, you know what I'm saying, y'all get caught up with all this music industry bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not understand the real. The real is this. If you want to stop a scammer, if you want to stop a con artist, a fraudulent person, you must pay attention to the underdog. The underdog. The one who's really being iced out and shunned out and put to the sideline quietly. That's the one that you must pay attention to, because that's the one that has the key truly to what you're looking for. You guys have a pot. It's like some kind of soup. It's like stew, and you put all your ingredients in. Every channel, every person, all content creators is putting their ingredients in on this Umar Johnson soup, and yet and still you're missing something. It's like it's missing something, and it's missing Icy Don. And because you try to take Icy Don out, you can't take Icy Don out. He's the main ingredient. This man can lose it all just with the understanding that he had someone living, staying, sleeping in that school when he wasn't supposed to have no one in the school. Just that alone hurts the man more than you guys can imagine. It's a lot of little things with my whole situation with this person that you guys got to understand is really the thing that he can't have out. And I'm gonna get to this video of Mary. I'm gonna play her video. That's when it's been 30 minutes or so, 20 minutes or so. Oh, that was only 14 minutes. Oh, because I started a little late. But yeah, I wanted just because I said I was gonna start around 9 o'clock. So you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna talk a little babble, not really babble, but I'm gonna talk my up to like 9ish, and then I'm gonna go to the videos. But in between the video, we're gonna be ad-libbing because there's a lot of things that she's going to say in her video that she has, and then so going to be a lot of other things that she says in the video that she did with the interview with this dude. And I just I want to do my commentary, my breakdown, because like I say, this situation is 5 years in with me. She's coming in the 5th year, and she's coming in the crunch time. Her and that other woman, Janae, they coming in the crunch time. Her, the other woman, and his daughter, they coming in that crunch time. And it's not necessary to lock the man up, but it's to lock the man up on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? If he gets locked up, that he dug his grave. But it's to really punish him with time out. Like, yo, he needs to be, if he don't get locked up, he needs to be banned from social media for a couple of years. Understand? With this whole situation, if he don't get locked up, he needs to be banned from online banking for a couple of years. Because if he do not open his school by the end of this year, like I said, if he don't open the school, never worry. I already told you he's not. He can't. But right now, they should not just shut down this account, but if you guys understand the real deal with the story now, is at the peak. The soup is missing the main ingredient. The main ingredient is you. The main ingredient is you recognizing that you're missing something. Now, I messed up, but I'm flipping it. The main ingredient is you recognizing that you put all this stuff in the soup, but right now, you like tasting it, and you're like, something's missing. So that's the main ingredient. You realizing that what's missing, and it's done. It's time to serve the people the main course now. We got all the ingredients in the soup. We got all the ingredients in preparing for what we have. And now it's taking all the ingredients and putting it with the meat. The meat was there. Now you just put it on the side and you're getting all the ingredients put with the meat. And that's where we at right now. And before I go into this video, let me see. Well, shout out to Rick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 5 years, dog. Yeah, and that's just it, yo. I'm glad you said that. Let me see, because I didn't see. She didn't sue Umar, bro. Umar paid her to not show some behind the scene footage to try and quiet her. And that's what I'm saying. I'm about to get into this, yo. Okay, Rick? Like I say, what went down with this woman, she didn't sue him, right? No. That's what I'm saying. She got $60-some thousand sitting on her desk, her dresser, flashing a diamond ring. Yeah. So, Rick, I hope you're still around. All I can say is this rabbit hole just got so wide. Beyond, it's not even deep now. It just expanded to a crater. The rabbit hole was so deep before, but now the rabbit hole opened so wide. It's a crater. Can you imagine a crater rabbit hole? That's what Umar Johnson got right now. He has a crater rabbit hole that goes all the way to China. You ask, that goes all the way to China. What does your attorney think? Did you file a civil suit against him? Who is this person? And I know this person's been around for a minute. I've seen this person around for a while. And what does your attorney think? I didn't have an attorney. Did you file a civil suit against him? Yes, and I won. I filed a civil suit against him. I won when I spoke to his attorney. Like I said, I'm gonna play this video, folks. And she's going to say some things that were said to me. The difference was that she, one, female, two, lawyer. Me, male, no lawyer. See, with men, we have to fight it out, thug it out, kill it out, war it out. Because the respect that men have for each other is so astronomically low. But the fear of woman that man has is astronomically high. Man has a fear for woman, but he has no respect for man. That's why we bump heads. That's the funniest shit. These beta males. That's how you know a beta male. Umar's a beta male, 100%. He want to be alpha male, but why he get a gun? Because of fear. If he want to be alpha man, yo, set it up. Let's box his money out, yo. Because, yo, I'm about to turn up so horrible real soon. It's like I say, I'm strategically just waiting for it to be like a point where it's like, because he's still around with it. He bought a gun. Can't you take him to wait? Can't you take him to support? Take him to support again. I guess you were saying court. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And that and listen up. I be tired. Yo, I be tired. Check this out. I need you to understand what this woman married done did. She opened up the rabbit hole and made it a crater with that film. Because with this film, I can now take it to the FBI. I could take it to the sheriff department. I could take it to the court, and with everything, not only for go back and file a new suit, file a whole new suit. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Keep that suit going, but file a whole new suit. And with a lawyer, we're going to figure out what we can do. That's the bottom line. I can't even think what to say right at this second, but with all this, with that film right there, with the behind the scene conversation that this woman has on these films that this footage I'm going to play. Yes, we're going to go in. We're going to go back out to Delaware. Yes, and I'm thinking about doing that not Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so I'm going to go back out to the courts Wednesday. I'm going to go back out to the FBI. I'm going to call. I'm going to call. Okay, these folks. That number that you saw is not the number. I'm going to call the personal number of the caseworker who's working on my case. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call her up, and we're going to go from there. Okay? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what she did was, and I'm beyond traumatized. You understand? I'm beyond stressed out. I'm beyond personally hurt and mentally, just going out of my mind. Okay? I've been through hell and back in those 5 years and still going through hell. So my whole thing is when I go back down there this time, I'm definitely going to go into some type of look for counseling there and see what some counseling could say about my situation. I'm going to go into the courthouse. I did it by myself the first time, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the first time was even stressful. It was annoying. It was just like, I don't even feel like being out here. But we did it. We won. But this time I'm going to go with every door and every step I need to take within there to get the help and counsel that I need to really, really get justice for myself, which is going to bring justice for all. Because trust me, this case is now hit the fan. Okay? This crater has opened up. Are we at 9 o'clock now? We should be. With this woman has presented, it's really opened up. It's not, see, you guys can take it for chatty patty. You guys can look at it. Oh, I'm glad she got her money. Got her money. What money was she really owed? You understand? $60-some thousand. That is beyond your imagination. What money was that woman really owed? That's why she keeps saying, I feel bad for those who didn't get the money. And so this is why we're going to go in. Yeah. 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 Oh, it's a bitch tire. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. So, I'm about to go into this video and let's listen to her real clearly, okay, and carefully. And I'm going to drop the link because I really would like for her to come and talk because I'm going to be using, not really using, I'm going to be going over her video, her movie, and all the corniness with that Umar, this. Oh shit! Damn it, yo! I don't know. Post. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Share. Damn it. I got stuck for a second. Damn it, folks. Okay, paste. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've dropped the link right there. The link is dropped. I'm about to start this video. We're going to be looking at the video of Mary. Miss Mary, please step up to the podium. The floor is yours. I would like to talk to you. Like I say, folks, we got the FBI, you know what I'm saying? That's to me, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to understand that. That was to me. You know what I'm saying? There go my name. Okay, there go my name. Okay, that was my name. FBI. Don. Let me read a little bit. Let me put the glasses on. Then I'm going to go to the video, okay? I need y'all to understand. Case number. Such, DBA, such and such, okay? That's the case number. Dear Don, as a victim specialist with the FBI Victim Service Division, I am contacting you regarding the above reference case where you was previously identified as a possible victim of a federal crime. At this time, we have no substantive updates regarding this investigative matter. We appreciate your cooperation and thank you for your patience as we continue to conduct a thorough investigation. Okay? So I'm not going to read the rest of all this letter. I'm going to keep intervening and keep going back to this letter so you guys can understand that we have a case number. We have a case number, okay? We have a case number. Who has case numbers? We have the case number with the FBI. You know what I'm saying? Who has case numbers with the FBI? Well, on Umar Johnson. That's not in the movie? That's not her movie? No, that must get in her movie. Okay? Umar Johnson is being investigated by the FBI. And she has the exact guy and other people who, you know, who might be ready to come out the closet as well. Come on now. So let's get to share this video. Let's share this video. I really would like to speak to Miss Mary because Miss Mary, you are on fire. You really don't know, but I don't need you to get unfocused because your fire started from Umar. So, you know, all that other world is cool, but stay focused with what we got right here. Okay, boo? Because what you have right here is the Umar Johnson sector back. Okay? Right now is about bringing this Umar Johnson sector back to the spotlight of what it's supposed to be. Because this guy cannot get away with being this type of crook. This is crazy advertisement on my shit. Okay?
So the reason I wanted to come out to make this video, it's because I received a check as a settlement from Dr. Umar Johnson. During the week, I received an email, and the email was not claiming to sue me. It was from his attorney at Cleveland Law Firm, which has a sister firm and where he's from, Philly. So they reached out. They wanted to have a dialogue.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
They wanted to give me a form of payment for my hardship that I dealt with Dr. Umar, for my donation, and then for my therapy. What I did say, I went to therapy in one of the videos, so they did their homework pretty thoroughly. They wanted to reimburse me for that. And
okay, like I said, this video is 15 minutes long, okay? But with this video, like I say, it's very important for us to pay attention. because she just said some key things just right there. They wanted to pay her for her suffering. What suffering did she do? What pain and suffering did she take in this? I don't know when she said she started that project in 2022. You know what I'm saying? She said pain and suffering. Let me go back because I want y'all to be on. I want to be on point.
They did their homework pretty thoroughly. My therapy for my donation.
Okay,
And then for my
the
therapy.
keyword. The donation. Okay. The donation. Okay, I'm gonna put that keyword. That's a keyword, folks. Donation. I want to know how much she donated. Okay? Right now, they gave her $68,600, something like that, almost $70,000. And she said it's for her donation and pain and suffering. Now, when I came on the scene and spoke to you guys about the FBI, right? And I said to you about the FBI, I said that the FBI is looking for those folks who donated some real big figures, 500,000, 10,000, big numbers, because they're building up a case. So let me read this one more time. I'm going to keep reading this. I need you guys to follow this rabbit hole, which is the size of a crater. It's rabbit hole deep, crater width. Oh my God, this is so deep right now. Okay. At this time, we have no substantive updates regarding the investigative matter, with my case number. We appreciate your cooperation. See, I'm cooperating. They told me really not to be online talking too much. That's another reason why I don't be doing so much. But it's now time for it to really come together. Okay? And thank you for your patience. We'll continue as we continue to conduct a thorough investigation. Okay, they're investigating the whole situation. So I'm trying to let you all know that he threatened to sue her. Okay, he threatened to sue her too. Okay, for releasing the movie. Now, if he signed the papers, you know, she had got some paperwork and he signed it. Technically, there's nothing he can do. You know what I'm saying? He's an actor. You know what I mean? If he signed some papers and they did. I forgot the paper, what the name of the papers, you know. But if he signed those papers, that little contract is, I forgot the name of the contract. But if he signed that contract, you know, that lawsuit's like, yeah, you sound like a fool. That's why, yeah, you sound like a fool. And now she's on the bad side, and that's why he tried to hush her up with some hush money. But this woman came out like, yo, I got my money, and then I'm still going to get my fame that I need. So now she got her money, and she's going to run with the fame. Yo, this is some real crazy shit. And that's why it's important for her to come to a halt. I understand, you know, it felt good to be in that spotlight. I know you're a film producer, but have respect for the conscious community on the whole with this situation right here. This is bigger than the attention. This is bigger than having, you know, 1,000 people watch you in the live stream as you just talk to the people and you just go and, you know, just talk. You know, y'all talked. But in regards to really getting this situation of the fraud, getting him into either custody or getting him to publicly come out and just come clean, it's like you almost, it's like you can fumble this whole rock that you have, and I don't want you to fumble it. We do not need Miss Mary to fumble. I don't know what's up with Janae. But I'm praying that Janae somehow, some way, don't get corrupted with Honor, because Honor is the type of dude who loved attention. He loved the spotlight. He's Umar. He's light-skinned Umar. He's just married with children. So he's like Al. He's Al Bundy, okay? Lene, okay, Lene, thanks. Thank you, Lene. Yeah, Lene, Janae. Janae sound too hoodish. Lene. Yeah, Lene, my bad. Lene, good looks. Sorry, Lene, for tearing your name up. Lene. So yeah, Lynn is like, yeah, Lynn reminds me of like a Al Bundy. He's married with children. He's just miserable, and he goes online to just get all the energy. So he likes the attention. So to have all these women coming to his platform, it's no different than Umar. Okay, he's no different than Umar. So that's why he goes live so much, because he loved the attention that he gets from all of our women. And he loved the cash that he can get from them too. So he's going to keep it going on and on and on and on and on. So he's pretty much keeping the scam going on just like Umar is. And Lene and Mary really don't get that. They don't understand that he's a scam artist as well. Because if it really was all about shutting that whole FDMG down back in 2020 when I came on the scene, he would have brought me to the platform. He would have reached out to me through the platform. Somehow, some way, he sent the donation. So he should have reached out. He shouldn't have listened to King Kong retard. He should have stayed focused. Shout out to E and J. All right. But he's supposed to stay a little bit more focused and did it right. He's supposed to put on his pants, his journalism pants. And got on real, not chatty patty shit. He's supposed to got on, yo, we got something here. But he remained on the chatty patty bullshit. And that's why it's the scam is going on and on and on and on to a break of dawn. Because if you got Lord Jamar talking and saying and Leonard Honor and saying your name, there's no reason that Lord Jamar is not saying my name if you did the right thing. But y'all devalue this right here. Understand? And yes, this mail was in June, not that long ago, very recent. Not that long ago, very recent. And you guys see, like they say, they got investigation. Have you seen so much all the stuff that done happened to this man? Y'all don't know behind the scenes why he gave this woman that bread. Behind the scenes, he gave the woman all that money because donation. The word donation, okay? I need y'all to understand that word donation is a scary thing for him. Quiet as kept. Because the word donation with the FBI, they are looking at these donations. They want to see, and then they want to see, and they want to know who donated and now change their mind and not satisfied because they building up a pot on the donation. And I want to know if she donated 5,000, 10,000. What did she donate to the FDMG that this man gave $60-some thousand? Attention from, oh yeah, yes. No, yes, I'm glad you just went there. Well, don't slow me down too much. I'm like I say, I got his video that we're gonna go into. But if you listen to what I'm saying, Linda been covering Umar consistently for years. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you this, a bitch tired. In all of his videos that he's done in regards to Umar, all the videos since 2020 to now, since December of 2020, so November 2020 to now, not the whole beginning, from November 2020 to now. You can even say 2021, but November 2020 to now, and all those shockumentaries they was putting together. You see this woman right here? Let me see something. Let me see something. You see the woman right there? And Lene? You know what I'm saying? You see that woman? You see Lene? Okay? And then the guy who said that he spoke to the inspections people or some shit like that. You see he had them on the platform? But the guy with the case number, the guy who took him to court, the guy who won, the guy who really got Umar by the neck, how much is he really covering in the manner that he covered these women? So let me read this because I ain't read it. Lennon been covering Umar consistently for years. I say all the attention he's getting now is well deserved. Kudos to him for his work. Jealous of him? I didn't even get to the bottom. Jealous? Oh my God. About what? He got a wife and he got 5 kids. What am I jealous about? I hope you're not thinking about a YouTube channel. I hope you're not thinking about a new YouTube channel, and I hope you think about no. I just know that scamming is scamming. Once you understand what scamming is, scamming could be with a smiley face, or scamming could be with a boisterous voice. But one of the worst scammers is the scammer who's just, it's like a parasite. It's like you got a shark, and then you got the little fish that's following the shark as he just devouring stuff, and they just eating the little things. You know what I'm saying? Lennon's like a barnacle on a well. Umar's like a big old fat well, and Lennon is all the barnacles all over them, just feeding off of him. And you guys gotta understand this. In 2017, in 2017, oh no, I thought that's what everybody liked. I thought everybody liked doing that clowning shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not clowning. I was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? In 2017 is when I seen like a video of Lennon. Okay, I think in 2017, I believe, or 2018. It could have been 2018. All right, 2018 or 2017 is when I seen the video of Lennon, and I was like, "Yo, I didn't like him then because I thought that he had jealousy towards Umar. I listened to him, but I heard him differently. Like I say, I got 2 ears. I listened to what he was saying, but I heard him through a different type of ear. I didn't hear him through a ear of like really. That's where I could put it. Is when Lennon was on Information Man, and Lennon finally came out the closet and said, "Yo, he was an obsessive conspiracy theorist. He almost lost his whole everything, pretty much his life, because being a conspiracy theorist." Understand? So Umar became his new conspiracy. And so it was such an infatuation with Umar from Lennon. I was like, yo, that's kind of creepy. And I was saying that in 2017. And I wasn't even like Umar. No, I was looking at Umar like this too. Like, yo, because I met him. I heard him. I seen him on the video. He gave me some money. He paid me for doing some work for him. So I'm paying attention to him. And I'm hitting Umar all the time on his phone. I'm texting Umar all the time. Like, yo, stop cooning. Because I'm looking at Lennon videos and seeing, and then D Durrell video. And like I said, this is just me just somehow getting into the loop back then and just seeing who was talking about them. I didn't know how to even work this shit. They were just popping up. I put Umar, these people would just pop up. That's how they was. They would just instantly pop up. And the more I kept watching the Umar videos, these guys kept popping up. Their shit kept popping up. And I was like, why they keep popping up? Because I didn't even know how to work YouTube. So now I watch their video and see what the hell they talk about. And I was like, D Durrell was mad confused. He didn't know if he wanted to support him or not. And then Lennon was like just a big, weird guy. He was just, like I said, this is weird. I was just looking, I was like, something weird about him. So then it made me say, yo, I need to help Umar because of people like him. Okay, it was because of Lennon's character that made me say, I need to just really help because we as black men need to come together, period. And what he's doing is he's trying to use black women's hatred towards, there you go. Okay, that's what, okay, I hope you're still here. He's trying to use women's pain, agony, suffering, stress, hatred, frustration, even in him, you know what I'm saying, because he has frustration with his papa. So he's more feminine. So he's on the feminine side of everything, and he's using that energy, okay, to scam the women. And that's his conspiracy. He built an audience. Oh, shit, I can build an audience off that. I can do the reversal of Umar. He sat back and said he can do the complete reversal Umar. He can get the female, he can steal Umar's audience of women by siding with all sides of a woman. And then try to portray himself as that family good guy. But yet and still, he knows what he's doing. I'm a man. I'm telling y'all the game all across the board. These niggas are just trying to they gaming y'all all across the board. That's why I come on and seem like, nah, look, it ain't about no gaming. It's not about no Umar side or this side. It's about right down the middle. And right down the middle is I was up in the middle of the scene, and I know what this creep is really about. I tried my best to protect him as much because I didn't really understand it 100%. But as the time progressed, I realized that what it is. And sadly, and I told you, sadly, he got possessed. And sadly, a lot of content creators get possessed on this online shit, yo. Okay? I'm okay. Now I'm gonna go. Like I said, this is gonna be a good live because we're gonna go back and forth on this lady. We're gonna go through her whole video, folks. Okay, I'm gonna go through her whole video. Just give me a stop. Give me a second, though. I'm gonna go through a whole video. But I need you guys to know that when it comes to this online internet world, the web, there's a lot of possession that's going on, mind control, possession of the soul, taking over. That's going on. You guys really don't know. You watch your videos, you watching stuff, you just tuned in all day long, you know what I'm saying, to your phone in hand. It's tuned in. They got real, they in China right now, in China, they got a different type of warfare that's going on right now, okay? How many folks, show of hands, how many folks you be talking and then next thing you know, your phone, you know, you say the smartness, it just start sending you things that you were speaking about. Now you're seeing a whole bunch of content, you're seeing advertisement for things. Well, let me tell you about China. China is making devices that can steal everything of you. The identity, your information, your voice, your mind. They're using artificial intelligence and they're using your technology to defeat you. You didn't hear it here first, okay? I mean, I'm sidetracked. Let's get back to Umar. the bottom line is that with this type of mind control that these folks be doing, these type of men, they be doing, once they understand how they can, get you, they get you trapped. They get you food. They get you, once they get enough information of much data that they need from you, they know how to attack you. And if you don't see these attacks, you won't even know that you're being attacked. You won't even know that you're being, used. Like Mary said, she even said, she said, I got a check from YouTube. And I was like, oh. She said, then I just thought about Lennon. I was like, damn, well, how much is he getting? Doing what? Not stopping the scam. Continuing the scam, because like I say, he's a conspiracy theorist. So being a overly conspiracy theorist on back in days with the government, he took all that energy and made, like Tupac took the whole Black Power movement and made it about the music industry. And that's what Leonard did. He took the whole conspiracy theories of the government and put it all about Umar, and realized he can make a lot of money doing it. And he has changed his life from 2021 to this 20 now. He changed his entire world. And so when a person say you jealous, no, it's not about jealous. It's like, are you really trying to stop the scam or the fraud, or you just continually have it going? How many times you watch this man's video and he never ever edits out when Umar Johnson be saying $ this, then the cash up this, and he lets him advertise his shit. I don't do that. No, get that out, Skip. I don't even know why you're saying that. You mad Umar play you right, huh? Oh my goodness. He played himself right now, because just think about how much money Umar Johnson done spent. Okay, let me explain to you about me and war. See, a bitch ties. You need to be look in the mirror and look in the mirror as I'm saying this to you. Okay, you mad Umar played you, rightfully so. I met the man back in 2009 and instantly knew he was in shit. He okay. I didn't need to hear it from Lennon. I never heard anything from Lennon before I met him. I met Lennon before I met Umar before I met or seen Lennon. And when I met Umar, I got how much money? I got $1,700 from Umar, something like that. So when I first met Umar, it was business. I made some money from him, and I just had to keep paying attention to him. In regards to, in regards to shit, and knew he wasn't shit. There's a lot of things he say that I would agree with. A lot of little things he say about that I would agree with. There's a lot of things I say that I believe he's bugging, but there's a lot of things I will agree with, and then probably take it to a worse level than he. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably take it to a level. Y'all be like, damn, Don. So you know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of y'all brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews need to be hung. No lashes. They just need to be hung. A lot of these coons need to be hung. No lashes. They need to be hung. So like if I go through what I feel, it's a little bit different. But now I've been knew he was just another conscious communist scammer. Okay, but played me, rightfully so. How did he play me? And that's the whole thing. He played himself, because what he did was he like I said, he now by him trying to play me, by him trying to play me, by him trying to play me, he now have the FBI on his ass. Okay. Okay. So it's how you look at things. Understand? You can look at I'm thirsty. How thirsty am I? How do you see the glass? You know what I'm saying? Do you see it halfway full or do you see it full? Right now is more than enough for me to quench my thirst. And that money that he decided he want to not pay me with, and we're going to get into that because he lost, he had to pay me, but his lawyer played me more than anything. Just like his lawyer tried to play her, but she had a lawyer to stand up for her. And then his lawyer had to fall back. If I had a lawyer, my lawyer would have destroyed them. But I said, you know what? It's okay. Fuck y'all. See, if I would have kept pouring and filled my cup up until it overfloweth, with that Umar frustration going ham on him, this story would be blown out the roof. A bit shy. So, right now, it's still enough. And the sad thing about it, next year, I can add a little bit more to it. And you guys will still be around. And the year after that, if I still don't get paid, it's going to get much more fuller because as this situation goes, I'm telling you, his ass is going to be grass. And then, cheers. So, no, like I told you back then, the money that he didn't pay me was an investment into his life. And that's why we praying that Miss Mary, from her heart, from her Christian heart, from a Christian mind, from a Christian spirit, as she say, see the light, knows that she can do something, and she be the one. Out of all the years, out of all the time, she be the one that helped Don get his justice. That's going to bring justice for all. Because out her mouth, she's going to say some things. We're going to get to the video. Okay? So. And y'all look, I ain't even gonna lie, just real quick. The time that I gave him was well worth my time, y'all. Okay, folks. I need everyone to understand one thing. If you are a conscious person who, when we say conscious, I want to change that word. But if you're a person who's truly, about your lane, about your people in your lane, and winning the race in your lane, and getting as many rings and getting as many medals as you can in your lane as a unit, giving time is like community service. So for everybody to have their eyes on this man, understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, who's he? And my younger nieces put me on to this man. I'm like, oh, I ain't know nothing about him. Who's he? Oh, word? Okay. And then realizing how deep the rabbit hole goes with me and my world. And then knowing that, oh, that's the man that my people, my organization must have been talking about in Philadelphia. Oh, damn. And these are old women. With my organization, the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation. So when I put everything together, I said, oh my God. So I had to find out who this guy was. So, no, like I say, as you guys are watching this saga go, now I want y'all to understand, when y'all watch my video, hear me well, because I'm not even fighting nobody. Because you're watching a sitcom, you're watching a mini series, you're really watching something in real time. It's real life, because that's what social media, that's what this do for us. It makes us see real people, not actors, real people. And then behind the scene, all those entertainers, we see them in real time. They're real shit right now in the reality. And I'm telling y'all, behind the scenes with the director's cut, And what the scripts is, I'm telling you what the scripts are behind the scenes, but no one wants to listen. I told you the school will not and cannot open until he has me situated, because it's spiritual. See, if you are in the conscious community, you must know one that is spiritual. That's the number one thing to truly understand with the conscious community. It's spiritual. It's divineness, if you want to use another word. It's an almighty presence in this lane. And once y'all can understand that script, then you understand bet on the underdog. Bet on the underdog. Because when all the pieces come together, when all the ingredients go into that pot, and the main ingredient is added, the meat, you will see that it was already written, it was already said years ago. And I told y'all, I will bring this to an end. He paid that woman, and she still says that, she will go to that because she donated. And she don't understand. He paid her off for the donation. So like if they came and they said that, you got money from this woman, or this person donated, you say, well, I pay her back. Because she had some voice in this. She had some voice in this shit real quick. He could say, I pay her back. With the other woman, Lene, she came out and she allowed everyone to swerve her and get her wrong. If she just came straight to my platform, if she didn't go to the Cookie Crush platform, I'm telling you, it would have been a different ball game. But she went to the Cookie Crush platform. She became a part of the Cookie Crush family, and quietly, Lene is like, just behind the scenes, a part of the cast now of the miniseries. But he responded to her strongly. That's how she just became part of the cast, meaning that it has no real effect. She allowed everybody to label her as this cookies that he crushed. And that took away the fire that she had, because she has something she still do. And that's why we all need to be on this platform right now. Hit that stream, y'all. Tap in. We need to really sit down and organize, because organize. We need to organize, because this con game has to come to an end, because too many grandmas are getting caught. Too many baby mamas are getting caught. And if they don't know me and my story, the Lene story is not strong enough. The Mary story is kind of like, huh? He was in the movie, she was doing a movie about, and then he paid her. It's like, huh? What's that about? It's not something strong enough to make these people say, I'm not supporting Black Power. I'm not supporting Black Power. I'm not supporting Black Power. Remember, I said this is a spiritual movement in this conscious community. This lane is all spirituality. So you got to understand, it's about some invasion of body snatchers. It's either the devil can get you, or people using the Most High gift getting you. People using God's gift. It could be the devil using you, or it could just be people using what God gave them, the gift, the gab, the gift of persuasion, and they're using that. Now, it sounds demonic, but it's just a little bit different from the demon. And that's what these folks are doing. And you guys got to wake up. And I'm not tearing no one down. I'm trying to build you up to the level where I'm at, to see what I see, to know and hear what I know, and to understand. Like I say, here's my words. Understand. Is this job for me? Understand. Who suffers but thee? Understand. Life isn't funny. Understand. It's all about the money. And with all these guys out there, that's what it's all about. It's not about real justice. It's not about real equality. It's not about real power. It's about what they can get. And so what I'm telling you is that man that you support so high, that all you guys been supporting, he done got so many more subscribers and supporting just because the he's and this Umar situation is lit. But yet and still, if somebody really do a real interview with him and ask him, did the Umar Johnson content change his life financially? He could say more than 50% it did. 80% of that, his life changed 80% around the clock from doing content on Umar. It wasn't about bringing a stop to him. It was just about doing as much content. So it's not about me taking it down. It's about me saying, oh, Umar's one, but so is he. It's just that you guys watch him. But if you guys be like Polite and Young Pharaoh and this guy and that guy and this guy, if you guys want to point fingers at everybody that he say point a finger at, think about that. He started doing, hey, y'all want me to do content on this person? Yeah, do content on this person. So now we're going to talk about this person. Was y'all really watching this person and saying this person was really a crook in this? Or was he saying, hey, he's trending, so I'm going to talk about it, folks. Let's talk about him. That's chatty patty. Because otherwise it's like, this is the person that we got to bring down, this person, because we've been on top of him. Just like a conspiracy theory, a real conspiracy theorist. But no, he just saw a gold mine with and just ran with it. But a real true conspiracy theorist, you digging in every rabbit hole. So if all these guys across the board was all part of this agenda, he's been on all of them for as long as they've been around. But no, he saw a cash cow and he ran with it. So, like I said, I'm not tearing down. I'm trying to make your ears pop like good cocaine. Boop, boop, and your brain pop. I never did, but that's what they say, right? They say, it's something like pop. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make something pop in your head because you guys don't get it. You slowed me down, but I already knew it was going to be a long one. So I'm ready for it, but a bit tired. I'm saying rightfully, you should be mad. You pocket watch other people, saint and sinner. Now you clocking what Marianne got. What? Wait, time out. I know nothing about Marianne till like 3-4 days ago, and sadly, the sad thing about it is, she's actually a portal for real justice. If she can get away from you guys, otherwise she's just gonna be part of the entertainment world and just gonna fade away in the background. Now, pocket saint and sinner. No, we had to have a man-to-man talk with Saint and sinner. That's what we had to do. So, ain't no pocket watch. I don't give two F's about a lot of these folks. It's just that when you come into this Umar Johnson sector, you got to check in. Understand? A bit's tired? So remember, everybody left the Umar Johnson sector because they knew they had to check in. Like I said, if you talk about Umar, you ain't talking me in my case in the FBI, but you want to go around all that shit? No. So we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap you on your chin real quick. In regards to Mary, I'm trying to save her from getting caught up with the hype and losing focus of the spiritual side of what needs to be done. So let's get back to the video. Because like I say, a lot of you folks are just so much into just wanting to see men fail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you folks really just want to see men fail. And that's not the case. We can't have that. So with me, it's a whole lot that goes on with me personally. I'm not one who wants to see us fail as black men. But I'm also not one who wants to see us as black men keep pimping us.
what I did say I went to therapy in one of the videos, so they did their homework pretty and with Dr. Umar payment for they wanted to give me a form of payment for my hardship that I dealt with Dr. Umar for my donation. And then for my therapy, what I did say I went to therapy in one of the videos, so they did their homework pretty thoroughly. They wanted to reimburse me for that.
Anyway, I'm not gonna
And
pick
he
it.
wanted to move forward and not have me make disparaging video about him anymore. Okay.
See, that's what I want to understand, yo. Making disparaging videos about him anymore. So the whole thing was for her to stop. They paid her off, gave her back some donation money, paid her off, and tried to shut her up for making these videos. But she's still making these videos. And so she don't really know. I do know. I can let her know one thing. They watching and they putting this all together. They putting this all together and they going to try and sue her for defamation. They're gonna try to put something together because with me, they when they said that I was doing anything to talk about, when I was talking about the court situation or talk about Umar and talk about the court, anything, they would say, oh, he's talking about the court online and he's putting stuff up online. And so that's his lawyer. So Mary, you gotta understand that this rabbit hole is deep. You chose to support this man. You chose to do this film with him. And then he did what he did as a demon. I told you he was a demon. You didn't listen. And so now all this is happening. He pays you to be quiet. And you still you went on a big platform and you spotlight and you feeling good about it. But I'm telling you that this demon is going to attack you a little bit more. I don't think he's just going to let it rock out. But maybe you do have something that got him scared. So that's the big thing. Do you have something that has him scared? What do Miss Mary have that have Umar scared? I want to know what that is. What do this woman have that got this man paranoid? The same as what I got. It's just the truth. The truth hurts that much.
So I'm sitting here, I'm like, disparaging video. I don't understand. Can you elaborate on that? Well, Miss Lorian, you're getting on your YouTube video, you're saying he's dating outside his race, which is factual. He doesn't date outside his race. I said, okay, so we're having a dialogue. Let me put some clarification. Well, we don't need, I said, you're going to allow me to speak, sir. You're going to allow me to have clarification. I said, first of all, I was gracious and I was kind. All I said on that YouTube video, he wanted a scene with a Caucasian woman. I said, but I took my phone because we were having the Zoom meeting on my laptop, on my Apple laptop. So I took my phone, I unblocked, and I sent a text. Bleep. It went beep. I said, that beep you hear next to him, that's me texting him his own message, which is his acting number, his own message. I said, in that message, this is from Dr. Umar. He told me, Queen, this is how we're going to do this scene. I'm going to be bare chested. This woman's going to have exposed breasts and she's going to be pressing against my chest. I don't know if he thought I was doing a porn video because we told him a feature film. But moving along, and they're like, well, we don't need, I said, well, I'm going to finish. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to finish. I said, that's what he wanted. And then the scene, I'm going to break it down to you, family. The scene was for him to go, he came to his senses because he had a moment of weakness. This is him typing all this garbage to me.
That's something that probably really happened to him. And he's really letting it be known. Okay. That's definitely something that happened to him. But I want to go into something because she was talking about, let me get this out here real fast. I don't even know how I had that up there. She was talking about how the lawyer, was talking to her, right? Let me show you something. See this right here? See that? See the date? 12/20. Wow, that was my birthday. 12/28/23. He contacted me. Okay. That's his lawyer. Okay. So it was in January, it was in May, and then it was in December. Okay. Those are emails. Let me open them up and see, because I can't remember. I haven't looked at this in a few years. Like I say, I really put a lot of this to the back burner just because of the frustration, psychological pain and suffering has got me going through. I'm really on the edge. I just really want to, sometimes like just freak out, but I don't want to go to jail. Okay, not over this person, because it's not really worth it, because I'm already at the end of the race, so I already know what it is. So I know there's a demon trying to stop me. Now look, I'm gonna read this right here. Okay, I'm gonna read this right here. Thank you for taking the time to discuss the matter involving Dr. Umar Johnson with me earlier today. As discussed, I will take your request for an apology, okay, to my client, along with the payment information you provided. So we was in discussion about payment. Okay. Now, if I had a lawyer, I would have got my bread. But because he didn't want to apologize, I told y'all folks, this is spiritual. Yo, yeah, it's money. The money, I could have got the money. But I said, yo, no, it's not that simple. I need him to apologize as well. And then that's when all the problems took place. Okay? So, folks, I might just give you guys this telephone number to call and flood. You know what I'm saying? Just flood. Just call them up and start the protest. Do an online protest. You know what I'm saying? That's Jabari. Do an online protest. Call that number right there. That's one of Umar's lawyers. You know what I'm saying? You see what she was saying, that how they was trying to control her and say, yo, you can't be doing this, you can't do that, you can't do this. They was like, we're going to pay you, but before we pay you, you can't do this and you can't do that. Crazy. And yo, and I'm gonna show you something else, because they love twisting words. They love to twist words. They like to wait for you to say something and then try. Like she said, I didn't say that, but I did say. You know what I'm saying? They like to hear what you're saying when they're trying to distort and twist it. So it's another one. I'm writing to confirm receipt of your email following your threat to kill Dr. Umar during yesterday's call. We will not be engaging in further discussions. If you want to receive your money, I recommend hiring an attorney to aid you with your judgment. How are you not going to pay me for a conversation that we had, in that you said you're going to kill? No. I can't remember what we said, but it was no. What the fuck you talk about? Don't try and change my words. Then we had to, me and him now discuss, because I was like, don't play those games, because you're trying to play games. So watch it, Mary. These guys are creeps. They creeps. They try and play word games. They creeps. So in regards to Wilding, I showed y'all this before. This is back in December 2028. And he said about he said What he say? I recommend hiring an attorney to aid you with your judgment. So they know they supposed to pay me, but without an attorney, they said we ain't gonna pay you. Work hard to get it, and we want you. They banking on. See now you want now now you want to know why Umar got a gun. See, like I say, this my live stream. It's like this gotta be like a 24-hour marathon, to be honest. Because I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to get you guys to see how wide this crater is and the things that you really don't know. So it's not like I'm not going to get my money from this man. It's just how to get the money. Okay? I reckon they choosing to try and bully me. That's why Umar got a gun. Umar got a gun not because of you folks, but because of this nigga right there. So I'm gonna read it again so you guys can hear the behind the scene conversation, and so you can understand why Don getting. You trying to control what the I do? See how she snapped? Let me rewind. Let me go back to her. Let me go to her, the woman, and then I'm gonna go to me, the guy. And now, why the guy can't get the same respect that the woman? She flipped out. And listen to what she said. She said she flipped out, and she said she had some words. Then she came back another time and called up again. I'm going to be on top of Miss Mary because Miss Mary Ann is the door that's going to help me get my finances, is going to be the door to the ending of this whole situation. She is the key. She's the door. I'm telling you, folks. For me and this whole journey, not just for me, but I'm talking about for this real journey, not just for gossip, because right now it's no more real gossip. I mean, she can keep talking about little ins and outs of the movie and everything with all that other stuff, but right now it's about the plot and scheme. I need her lawyer. I'm married. Could you tap in? Tap in, Miss Mary. There's no reason why you're not here. I was in your live. I was howling. I was in your comment section. Matter of fact, let me go to the comment section and see what's going on real quick. But before I do that, a commercial break. This is from that law office of Umar Johnson. I am writing to confirm receipt of your email. Following your threat to my email. Yo, I'm in the emails right now. I don't see no email. Wait, I had to really reprint. I'm writing to confirm receipt of your email following threaten to kill Dr. Umar during yesterday's call. We will not be engaging in further discussions. I need to find that email. Let me see that. Hi. I said hi. What's this image? There's no email with me threatening to kill this man. See, that's what I'm saying. They crazy. But we had a conversation. And in conversation, I know I said something, but it wasn't, I'm going to kill him. You about to give my money, stupid. Why am I gonna say I'm gonna kill him? You trying to get my money? It was a whole lot of other stuff that was said, such as you got to be quiet, you can't say this, you can't do this. Then we kept going back and forth, and then it was something of a nature, but it wasn't me just saying, I mean, I'm gonna kill him. No, I just can't remember because it was 2023. But let's get back to Mary.
He came to his weakness because he had a moment of weakness, and he's gonna go, no, I am a Pan-African leader. I can't stoop to this level. Black queen forever, snow bunny never, and I'm going to throw her off the bed. This is what he wanted to incorporate in the movie. And I said, no, we're not doing that. And I told you guys in the video, I regret it. What I would give to have these footage of this woman breast implanted in his chest. I would have loved it. Okay. So I said,
now, she must have got paid not to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like this video must have been, it's about 6-7 days ago, but that whole conversation that they had had been a few weeks ago. Okay, it wasn't like a few days ago. It definitely had to be a few weeks ago. So my whole thing is this: he knew that information. He knew the behind the scenes situation. See, it was always the behind the scenes. And behind the scenes, he said, "Yo, I got to hush this woman up." And he was praying that she was a loyal supporter, like a whole lot of you folks that's quiet out there, who donated, who's not saying anything, and who knows that he's did some creepy stuff and did some foul stuff, said some crazy stuff, or just haven't done anything. And you now turned your back on him, but you just don't want to say nothing. Now, I've been there. I know what you mean, yo, because I was there. I was there at the beginning. When I came on the scene at the beginning, trust me, folks, if I just jumped on the scene and was like, oh, creepy, 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 oh, he's a big, if I could have did that. But it wasn't in me to do that because I watched people do that. And I was like, oh. But on the inside, I gave y'all as much as I could. I said he wants to be worshiped. I told you about the school. I told you about the gym. I told you about what the first job I had to do. It's like, what more do I need to really keep talking about? Oh, he's doing drugs. I ain't seen him do drugs. He's doing drugs. No, he wasn't doing drugs. Well, y'all was doing drugs together. Like, oh, God. And so we took Don's whole situation, went so far. But this woman right here, she got paid because she had the attorney. And with that being said, I need to really meet her. I need to converse with her. We need to chop it up. She's shouting out content creators that coming out of nowhere that just keep doing videos about, bigging up Lennon. They big up Lennon all the time, and then they do videos on Umar, goofy shit, and they slowly creeping. And they like, oh, wow. Because the Umar Johnson sector is so wide open, because no one's in there no more. The original people not there no more. So all these little new people just coming in and doing their videos and reaping some benefits of the Umar Johnson sector. But none of them are going to bring them down. But if they all come to the beginning, the professor, and we map this out. But I don't think they want that. I think they want to continue with it. Because I constantly put my email out there. I constantly put my telephone number out there. But they don't want to bring it to an end. They don't want to really organize to really shut this down. Because Halloween's coming, yo. And this is real talk. Halloween's coming. And we could spook the holy shit out of Umar. He didn't pay me because he chose not to apologize. He's not paying all you folks. He's not apologizing to all you folks. It's time to spook him. We need all content creators that did videos on Umar Johnson. You guys got to really now just come in the lane and get the rules. Because we need to really shut this shit down now. It's been going on a long time. You're going to reach a certain level. I mean, especially small channels, you're going to reach a certain amount of views with it. It's going to fizzle. It's going to rehire. It's going to fizzle. It's going to re-spark. But if you really want to get the real spark, we will organize We will organize, 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 and we will shut it down. But when we say shut it down, just think that's more content for a very long time. And we've put together the little films, the little documentaries and all that little stuff, the cases. Trust me, there's enough people out there that will come out the closet then if we organize and they start telling the stories. Because the Umar Johnson Chronicles, the Umar Johnson Comedy Roast Tour, I'm giving y'all blueprints of shutting the shit down. It's not hate, and it's about really, yo, look, time has come to a shutdown. Why do you think that man would talk about any and everybody, but he don't want to talk about Don? And now he said the same thing about Mary. He's like, yo, she's not worth the time to talk about. You sure about that? But she's worth the money to pay. She ain't worth the time to talk about, but she worth the $60-some thousand to pay. Shit. And no one's counting her bread. No one's paying. She's the one who came in saying she showed the check. She said the check's in over there. I still got a duffel bag of clothes sitting around. Never know what's my situation ever going to be. And this man ain't paying me yet, but he's paying this woman who got big old diamond ring he's flossing fronting with. I heard. I don't even know that situation. I just think I heard. I don't know. Come on now. Come on now. Let me get back to this video.
That I was gracious, but since you're telling me I'm making this sparing video, I'm telling you how the video was made, and then this was his requirement. And then they're like, well, okay, we're not really going to go into detail. I said, you want to have a conversation, we're going to go into detail.
If you're here in Pennsylvania, don't miss out. We have a fall special going on brand new variable speed motor.
We're going to go into detail, sir. He's like, okay, Miss Marianne, Miss Lauren, can you calm down? I said, I'm calm. I said, I'm an African-American woman. A woman's nature is emotional. I'm a passionate person. I'm calm. I'm collective. No one is irate, and no one's angry. So and
obviously
like,
she was hot. She was going in.
We're going to start with the film, and then you know how some of the content creator, they took Awaken and they did a blow to blow, like they were like discussing the film. I felt that's what we were doing. I kid you not, they must have watched that film at least once or twice. They were on point with everything. So they were going blow to blow to tell me, we're gonna compensate you for the time when Jermaine Jackson, so they call him by his film name, not by Dr. Umar, when Jermaine Jackson arrived in the home to comfort Rebecca after the loss of her son. So this is the scene on the couch. So I'm sitting here, I'm listening, I'm like, okay. They're like, so we're gonna compensate you because you lost the actress. So this is what you guys, a lot of the content creator didn't kind of miss.
All right, yo, look. Whoever that actress is, I really, 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 really wish that I can have a conversation with her. I really, 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 really wish that I can get a hold of her and we can just have an open conversation, and because she is a major key to really bringing the sexual predator understand what I'm saying? She's the one who can bring that to the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Lene, she came out, but her story was diluted. and she came out and she got caught up with the heights, with the folks, just like me. She got caught up with the back and forth with the folks because, you know, of course you get tired of these freaking people coming at you all sideways. Yeah. But she got diluted because of her way that she came out with the situation. But this woman, she ain't come out just yet. She's not going to come out, but if she do come out, I really don't need her just to come out and talk about the situation to you guys on some chatty patty shit. I need for her and me to sit back and have a conversation about how we can get this to the feds as well. Because why did they pay this woman off? They paid this woman off maybe so that she can piece off that chick a little bit so she can keep her quiet. That was hush money all across the board for whatever the sexual predator did, whatever he did. He must have did something. He must have violated. Pretty much the chick probably was down a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, he probably played himself. Made her feel so uncomfortable that she said, I can't come back. Why? Because she probably felt like some kind of, you know, whatever. I don't know what could have went down. We only could just do the Jerry Springer thoughts, but yet and still, that was a payoff. Where did he get that money to pay off these folks? Because there was no, what's the case number? What's your case number? Do you have a case number? She got $66,000. What is her case number? But she told about she feels sorry for those folks who didn't get their money. It sounds good. It sounds good. I feel sorry for those folks. But what's your case number? I got a case number. I ain't get my bread. She said she snapped at this dude, snapped to a point where she had explained she's a black woman, she's emotional. She must have went in. But what did they say? And I know how they did her, made her get all upset. I know they did that because they did it to me. What in the hell? What in the hell is going on? Hold up. Can I kick it?
When he arrived to comfort Rebecca, when she opened the door, she was supposed to open the door. They were supposed to have a moment of emotional, because she's that young man's aunt. She's Rebecca with you guys only got that one scene with her on the porch. So I lost the scene. I lost 2 scenes with her. So they reimbursed me for that. So the scene when the door was open, it was my cinematographer that opened the door. And all he did is just point it. That's all.
Yeah. Like I say, we're going to discuss this. This is no hate. I'm doing this video is no hate. This, I don't know why people can even think that, but that's the ignorance. But I'm doing this video as a point of reference because she has no case number. She has, I don't know if she did a countersuit. I don't know what went down. But all I know is that, what artist, like Tupac didn't even get, for his being in above the rim, he didn't even get $66,000. Folks, you can't let that just be chatty patty stuff, yo. I need more folks to come out the closet who donate to this man in a good substantial amount of numbers and don't believe that he's going to open school and feel as if they've been robbed. We need you. Hit this right here once again. You folks always want to follow the herd. Y'all want to follow the big herd. acdon502@gmail.com. It's not always about the big old herd. It's about the shepherd. You're supposed to follow the shepherd. Follow the shepherd, not the herd, folks. Hit Icy Don 502 at gmail.com. If you donated to this man's school, like she said, she donated and he paid her back a substantial amount of money to pay her off. And it was from donation money, because that $66,000 did not come from no book signing, did not come from no tours or conversation and engagements and parties and speakings. $60-some thousand came from you guys. When you guys saved him from the taxes, he had a surplus of money. We need to know how much money was raised in that time of him saving the school. Because like I say, paying that woman $60-some thousand, when he said the donations, this was one of the lowest donation time. The donations been real low this year, but yet he had $66,000 to pay her, $68,000. When he was just about to lose the school, he begged everybody to save him and his mama. And now he's running around in the schools. Maybe I need to get to that video too. I think I'm gonna pull that video up. I'm gonna let her talk for a little bit, but it's just that when she started just talking too much in regards to the film,
he did. That was the last scene we filmed that day. It was me, one cinematographer. There was two people on the thing, me, Antonio, and then Lisa, who is like set coordinator. And it was the guy who's supposed to drive him around, his security up that day. That's the only people that on set. He was upstairs putting his dashiki on.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Okay, he's upstairs putting his dashiki on, and then when I realized this girl's not going to show up, I knew what transpired between him and this girl, the hot mess, you know. So I said, Antonio, you just step in. You just open the door, because and I'm the producer, like a movie film all day. I'm exhausted. I said, you just open the door and let blow the entire film on what they're gonna compensate me, and then they're like they're going blow the entire film on what they're gonna.
Yo, so you telling me that she said they went blow for blow the entire film? I don't think y'all really paying attention to this woman. So they are going through the whole film pretty much, and she's sitting there, and you can just imagine, you know, it was entertainment to her, okay? And she was probably, I won't use the word complying, but she was just going along with it. So they probably was. I would like to know how long that conversation was. That wasn't a short conversation. And you know, she loves her film, so she loves her work. So you, like she said, she thought that they was just going over the film. And so she thought she was going over the film together with Umar Johnson, his lawyer. Oh, she thought it was like, you know, but like I said, they going over like saying what she could do and can't do. Why? Because it's his film, it's about him. So now it's really this situation is real deep. But he paid her off because of what? And did she already tell it? And is it going to stop his school from him getting donations from the people who don't know and don't care, because they still believe in Black power is excellence? So where is it going to go? We got to organize. That's where it goes. We need this woman on deck. We need this woman on deck, yo. I don't think y'all understand. This is beyond your imagination of chatty patty shit, yo. Damn it. Let me share this again. Because just saying, I hope you get your money. I feel bad for y'all. I feel bad for those who didn't. No, that's not doing enough, because So many people told everybody that this guy was wrong. So many people. If you knew to run to Lennon, that means you paid attention to Lennon. You watched Lennon videos. You probably subscribed to Lennon channel while you was already an Umar supporter. While you was donating, you probably was doing this to really help Umar, but yet still, you must really truly know Lennon, and you want to run to his parent. I just don't understand. That's kind of like weirdest to me. Because if you know Lennon, you know how he always called Umar Johnson supporters stupid. He stays saying Umar Johnson supporters are stupid. If you support Umar Johnson at this time, you're stupid. You deserve what you get. That's what he say. And so in the back of his mind, he's saying, well, she's stupid. She deserved it, but now she got her money. He's like, oh, shit, she got her money. Damn, she got that money. That's why even if I go to the video with that, and we're almost done with this video, he's just using her for the footage and using her for the content. But all in all, he's like, damn, this B got her money. Oh, shit. She got not just her money, but she got, damn, it's a lot of money. But you got to sit back now and say, yo, really? When is this shit going to come to an end? How do it come to an end? I don't know. I think it needs to, I don't know. He might got to go to jail, yo. I ain't going to lie.
Compensate me. And then they're like, you said you have therapy. We need you to provide your session. We're going to reimburse you for that. First of all, my insurance paid for that. And second of all, it was like a co-payment. It was a co-payment, which, okay, like they wanted to reimburse me for everything. So I was truthful. I was honest about that. And then for my hardship, I guess the stress he put me through during the filming, and they're like, moving forward, you're not going to go and make any more disparaging video about him, because if you continue, then he's going to have to take some action. He's tired. He wants it to end. I said, first of all, every time I made a video, it's because he reached out. He's the one who's sorting me out. I said, we're having this meeting because y'all reached out.
This is my first video I'm seeing of this woman.
I said, every time I'm having some kind of connection with him or some kind of reaction, is because of him. My reaction is based on his action. I said, he.
Now, there's some things in this little thing I can really go over, but I don't want to go over it. I really could, but I'm trying to be her friend. I want to be Miss Mary Ann's friend because I'm not trying to have no beef with her, because I don't need to have no beef with this newcomer. Lene, no beef with these newcomers. Umar Johnson daughter, no beef. Those are all folks that's needed in this whole situation. I don't have no problem, no beef with them. But it's a lot in that little line that I can really chop and destroy, because like, yo, and it's not really on behalf of us, but it's like, yo, Umar, what the fuck? That's a shitload of money that you dumped on her and didn't pay me. I'm going to the FBI. Well, I'm gonna make the call tomorrow, and I'm setting up an appointment because I got new information. I'm about to make Marianne famous. You're gonna have to choose a side, Miss Marianne. You truly gotta pick a side. Either you're going to be 100% a supporter of him still, or you just going to have to you in to dismantle it. But he paid you $66,000 of the donation money, and you say out your mouth the school's not going to open because he paid me, and he paid me for something that my insurance paid me on. I gotta touch it. My insurance paid me on this shit. It wasn't that much. But you're going to pay me this amount of money for my pain and suffering with what I lost. While this man was sleeping in school on the floor, and you left him to dry homeless, and you couldn't pay him his money. There's no way that your heart is going to allow you just to let that be. So don't get caught up with these cookie crush folks and all their dumb shit and all their, hey, I love you. What do they talk about? They love you. Oh, I love you. I love you. I'm telling you, when I be hearing these folks say I love you, so I'll be looking at like, what's she doing that make these folks say I love you? Especially when you use these cookie crush cats, the cookie crush cats. I'm like, yo, y'all talked about people like her. Y'all called her retards all day long. That's what confused me. They talked about women like Lene. They talked about women like her. And then all of a sudden they invite them all. Oh, y'all in the panel. Y'all part of the Cookie Crush now. Oh, y'all with us now. But they can't do that with me. Why? Because Don calls people out for their coonery. I don't deal with all that coonery shit, all that Sean coonery. Y'all do too much coonery over there. Let me let her finish up. But yeah, right here is bad business.
Leaves me alone, we're not going to have a problem. No, we're not going to have a problem. You understand? And then they're like, what else they said? They're like, yeah, so I'm glad we're having this dialogue. We're going to give you 68,600. I left the checks up there. I hadn't even cashed a check yet. The check's still up there. But what I did do, I sent a copy of that check to Honor, because I promised Honor, when I get paid, I would return back on this show, and then I would do let the people know I got my money back. You understand? And I said, nobody made no despairing video about it, because I still had kept hope alive. Because I said, if FDMG did open, I would show up because I'm a donor. I was part of the dream. You understand? You understand? So,
are there times when you would love to have another address or phone number to use instead of your home address and personal number? Wouldn't it?
So I'm saying to myself, and then I don't know.
So, when I watched the video, I was really like so ticked off. Not really so ticked. I was just shaking my head like, damn. She said because she was part. Let me see. I'm gonna repeat this. Let her play it again, and then I'm gonna speak on behalf of me, so you know how real this shit is. Okay, and it's sad. It's really sad. I really feel really sad right now.
If you guys saw his little donor, I was part of. I said, nobody made no despairing video about it, because I still had kept hope alive. Because I said, if FDMG did open, I would show up because I'm a donor. I was part of the dream. You understand? You understand? I would show up because I'm a donor. I was part of the dream. You understand? You understand? Show up because I'm a donor. I was part of the dream. You understand? You understand? So
this is what I'm trying to get to, you folks. Now, y'all heard her say that right out her mouth. And then she's on the Cookie Crush chat crew panel. And they I'm pretty sure he saw that video. I'm pretty sure they seen that video. I'm pretty sure they heard those words. I think she even said it on his channel, his live. I was sitting there, I was like, wow. And no one ate her in the way that they, you know what I'm saying? Say, yo. And what she say? She was part of the dream. She said, I'm part of the dream. I'm a donator. She believed. She still believed. She's like Lamont Hill. She still want to see the school open, even though, you know what I'm saying, you lost it. Now this is what makes me feel sad, because people this is a spiritual possession. Remember, I told you. Remember, those who are still here. It's an exorcism. It's a spiritual possession. That's why I'm here, because this lane of the conscious community is about the awakening of the spirituality. Okay, your spiritual side, knowing that God is real, knowing that the devil is real, knowing that good and evil, knowing that there is something that is outside just your black skin, knowing that there is something outside of technology. And once you know it, then you know that it has some type of control over you, and then you understand it, and then you know the rules. And so once you in this lane, you know that that's what you're dealing with, this conscious community shit. And all these folks know that this woman said out her mouth, yo, I know that this man is a sexual predator. He messed up my whole film, messing up with one of my actresses. But I still, and I've watched this man video several times, but yet and still, I had hope in the dream, because I'm a conscious community. I'm part of the conscious community because I pay attention to these people who speak the good talk. I'm a community activist because I go out there and I give food to the community. And we are looking for leadership. And the leadership that we're looking for is anybody, because there's no good people. That's what I'm getting from us folks. Because it's like, yo, you guys are so much into sports. If you're quarterback, if you're running back, if you're lineman, if you're wide receiver, if your safety is acting up, you got to replace them at some point. You got to bring in a sub, bring somebody in. But for you guys to keep saying, yo, we're going to keep putting Band-Aids on this wound, what are y'all waiting for? If the man's father, the man's mother, the man's daughter, all saying one thing, and y'all trying to keep hope alive because you're looking for some black leadership, and just because this person came and he raised some money, you guys got the devil in you, because money is what controls your mindset. Money. Who has it? Who has it? We're gonna follow who has it. But if you rewind, you Christians, Jesus ain't had that bling bling. He was the underdog.
So I'm saying to myself, and then I don't know if you guys saw his little dark video that he made, and you know that's very symbol. He made that's shame. That's shame, making that video in the dark. And I brought, what's that thing? No, I'm just saying this. No, I'm just saying this. I ain't saying nothing bad. Okay, that's my attorney talking. Okay, somebody asked him, why haven't you addressed? No, I'm just addressing this, and I'm done with it. Yeah, why haven't you addressed Marianne Lawrence's accusation? And then in his little video, I'm not talking about her. That woman ain't even worth my time. All the slander in the world can't stop me. First of all,
No, first of all, what he said is what I said like an hour ago. All the slander, because I don't know what she's about to say 100% right here, but he's trying to let you know because he's a goofy. All the slander that he know that you're gonna do, you was already on Leonard's on. Okay, he knows that you're gonna run with this whole online shit. He said all the slander that you gonna do can't stop him. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about slander. It's not about little, trying to grab little things for content. It's about really taking the meat out the freezer and putting it with all the ingredients now. You see what you said? He said he's not going to talk. He can talk about. He can address everybody. He can address Coco Chanel. He can. I don't know. He can address what's that chick named Candace Owens. He can address Colin Kaepernick. He can address Kanye West, but he don't want to address you, and he will never mention me. And those are the two things that's kryptonite to him. And you can't allow yourself just to get into the chatty patch shit. You need to get the behind the scenes footage, which is this right here. I'm trying to get you focused. Like he said, and I believe him because that's what it is. That slander shit ain't gonna rock. What fucked him up with me was when we did this, took him to court. That was it. But what saved him was all these people like Lennon and everybody else pulling the energy away from me and putting a negative energy on me to take away the views that I was needing, not wanting, but I was needing these views. I was needing the subscribers. I was needing the momentum in this online world because I had to start from the bottom with zero. I didn't have a channel and build it up because it was no way to really get to where I need to get to that's going to hurt this man the way he has to be hurt. Because like he said, all the slander is not going to stop him. So just doing videos to slander him ain't going to work.
Slander in the world can't stop me. First of all, why don't you talk about I got paid? Talk about that, you chatty patty. Talk about that. I'm calm. Okay, she want me to calm. But anyway, I got paid. Family. Let him talk about that. Because in the meeting, I told him.
And see, man, yo, I'm sad. I'm so sad. You guys gonna drop the ball. You're gonna drop the ball on this. You're gonna fumble on this one, folks. Do not fumble on this one, folks. I'm praying. See, she's into the film industry. She's into that whole filming thing. She's trying to get into the social media thing. She's trying to get her place and position in certain things. And you know the song, Don't Believe Hype. Don't get caught in the hype, yo. Right now, you have a job to do. Your job right now is to bring this man down. Your job is not to get caught up with this hype of, yo, I'm going viral because I got my money from Umar and that guy didn't. It's not about going viral for the little shit. You got something, you hit the right people up. I heard you mention some girl channel. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Excuse me, I'm like, yo, y'all gotta understand, y'all not going to really hurt him. He got Lamont Hill still saying he believes in him. And he wants the school to open. He's on the Joe Budden show. Like, come on now. He's sitting there amongst 4 other men, sitting there and saying he still believes in the dream. Like, what? Invasion of the body snatchers, yo, everyone, I don't care how intellectual you think you want to be, you were still looking for some leadership. And leadership is needed. Don't get that twisted. Yes, this lane needs leadership. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Yes, the lane needs leadership. The sad thing about me The honest God truth about me. Damn. All right, I'm gonna be truthful on this one. I don't believe in leadership for me. Now, I believe in the lane. This lane needs leadership. Black people needs leadership. Sadly, the leadership that I acquired from my father was more than enough if I applied it properly. All I have to do is, it's like a puzzle now. You know what I'm saying? And so now I just got to put the leadership qualities that he possessed in me. And I got to fix the puzzle within myself, because I was like a puzzle. My whole, everything's like a puzzle. I'm like a whole bunch of megapixels all over the place. And now I have to just put me all back together so I can come together as a focused film. And when I bring myself back together, guess what? I am that leader. And that's what I believe in my heart. That's what I believe in my mind, because I believe I had a purpose since the beginning of my essence. So I believe, yes, y'all do need a leader. Your leader don't have to be so book intellectually smart, don't have to be worldwide smart. It just have to be spiritually smart. And knows that you can't say that you for Black people if you got Don in your school and you owe him money and you know his situation before he even came there, and you want to do him dirty because he is what you see as a substitute, a replacement. And it's like, why he? Why he? Because he's been chosen, just like you've been chosen, she's been chosen. Everybody been chosen for to rise up into a position. Sadly, you put yourself in that position and you trying to stay in this position. And as you stay in this position, you dilute in the position. You dilute in the position of leadership. Black people after you is not going to want no leadership. And it's going to bring you already brought chaos to the black conscious community. That's deep. You brought chaos to the Black conscious community.
Well, I'm coming out. Let him talk about that. Want me to come? But anyway, talk about that. I'm calm. Why don't you talk about I got paid? Talk about that, you chatty patty. Talk about that. I'm calm. Okay.
Now, see, her lawyer's like, must be a friend. You know what I'm saying? Her lawyer's definitely her friend at her house at this time, chilling, you know, and also sitting there while she's doing this live, because her lawyer knows that she, you know, probably, you know, could become a little spearheaded, hot-headed, you know, a little hot-headed. And she's like, yo, really watch what you're saying. Like, if I was a lawyer, I would have really ended the live earlier. And she's, I guess she's such an innocent soul who's caught up in the world of gossip world and Jerry Springer life. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she is about that type of world. You know what I'm saying? She knows a lot of platforms and a lot of channels and a lot of their content and what they talk about, because she's in that world, she's in that mix. But she don't really know what she's into right now. It's not like he's a big bad wolf. No, it's just that his lawyer is going to be listening to any and everything they can listen to use against her. Even though they pay her, her lawyer still be on the point. Like, no, you got to watch what you still say. Don't say too much.
You want me to come? But anyway, I got paid. Family. Let him talk about that. Because in the meeting, I told him I'm coming out. I'm going to come out and say I get this payment. And I'm going to come out and say we had this meeting. And then moving forward, he stay out of my face, I'm going to stay out of his face. And they're like, Miss Lorian, you're not going to have any more issue out of him. And we're expecting not to have any more issue out of you. I said, well, the whole internet's making video about it. Who else y'all have a meeting with? We're talking to you, Miss Lorian. I said, you damn Skippy, you talking to me. And then, I'm sloppy, right? I got a little messy. I call. No, I'm talking about the one in Columbus. I call the attorney, the one he started off with, who tried to sue me with him. In the beginning, I explained that to you. I called them. I said, you know what? It's funny. It's getting dark out here. I have light on the side if you want to go and put it on. I said, it's funny. Umar called and had a meeting with a settlement. You weren't in the lineup. And he was like, Miss Lorian, why are you reaching out to me? There's nothing to discuss. I said, I'm reaching out to you to let you know that he threw you under the bus. Miss Lorian, you called me a gorilla. I said, I called you a gorilla? I said, no, I didn't call you a gorilla, sir. A gorilla is a majestic, intelligent animal. I called you a monkey. That's what I called you. He's like, Miss Lorian, there's nothing to discuss. And he hung up the phone me. That's fine. A monkey is what I called you. And I'm not taking that back. So, family.
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite view of your home right now.
It's getting dark out here. I didn't realize how quickly it's gotten dark. It's just so beautiful out here. I didn't realize.
Yo.
Miss Lorian, there's nothing to discuss. And he hung up the phone. I called you a monkey. Gorilla, sir. Called me a gorilla. Reaching out to you to let you know that he threw you under the bus. Miss Lorian, you called me a. He's like, Miss Lorian, why are you reaching out to me? Had a meeting. I said, it's funny. Umar called and had a meeting with a settlement. You weren't in the lineup. And he was like, Miss Lorian, have light on the side if you want to go and put it on. I said, it's funny. In the beginning, I explained the one he started off, the one in Columbus. I called. No, I'm talking about the one in Columbus.
Okay, yo, I had to go back because I had to really, sorry folks, I had to really think about who she talked about. I'm gonna give you a script again. The person who she's talking about is this dude named Jabari. All right, because I had to check out the number. Is Ohio? It's definitely Ohio. Okay. She talked about Jabari because he is the dickhead. So I had situation with him. She had situation with him because he's a nut. He just don't know how to do his job correctly without having that. He has that Umar Johnson like syndrome. Like yo, he like Umar diddied him or something. Yo, I'm serious. So she's talking about the same dude that I had the altercation with, the same dude who sent me this text message, the email, the same person who kept picking because that's what he figured he can do. Because they like, I'm gonna fuck with them until I can get something for you, yo. I'm gonna get them on. I'm gonna get you out the situation on their anger, their frustration, or things they say, and that's what he did. Okay, so that's the same person as this person. Yep. Hell yeah, yeah. That's the same person. Same person. Jabari. Ohio. Yep, Ohio. Like I say, folks, we talk about behind the scenes, man. And I'm not doing this for clout. I'm just trying to let you know that as she's speaking, I know who she's talking about. I know the attorney name. And if she didn't see how she have her lawyer sitting right there with her, still guiding her. I need to have a conversation with her and her lawyer. Because behind the scenes, we need to really keep adding some scenes to this mini series. This mini series is not over just because she got her money. The mini series is over when this man is behind bars or he's publicly on TV apologizing. as he's raising the money to pay the people back. He's doing charity events. You understand, folks? That's the level we have to get it. Either you get locked up, because as for me, I could care less if he get locked up. You know what I'm saying? If he get locked up, cool, because he might deserve it. But if he have to do like 2 years of community service or charity work, he never did anything to no kids, so we can get him involved like that. 5 years of community service, then so be it.
Paul, the attorney, the one he started off with, who tried to sue me with him. You know, in the beginning, I explained that to you. I called him. I said, you know what? It's funny. It's getting dark out here. I have light on the side if you want to go and put it on. I said, it's funny. Umar called and had a meeting with a settlement. You weren't in the lineup. And he was like, Miss Lawyer, why are you reaching out to me? There's nothing to discuss. I said, I'm reaching out to you to let you know that he threw you under the bus. Miss Lawyer, you called me a gorilla. I said, I called you a gorilla? I said, no, I didn't call you a gorilla, sir. A gorilla is a magician.
So, so once again, if that man made her call him a monkey, and he made me say something of the nature of something about killing someone, and I know I was really trying to get those words how I said it, because it was like, man, oh man, I know I ain't say I'm going to kill him. No, I know it wasn't like that. It was something else. But if he can do that. That man is his job is to provoke. He's a provoker. His job is to provoke the worst out of you. Trust me. Umar Johnson loves him. He's a creep, but he probably messed up at the same time. He probably cost Umar Johnson that money.
Majestic, intelligent animal. I called you a monkey. That's what I called you. He's like, Miss Lauren, there's nothing to discuss, and he hung up the phone on me. That's fine. A monkey is what I called you, and I'm not taking that back. So, family, it's getting dark out here. I didn't realize how quickly here. So it's like so when I sent a copy to the check when Mr. Honor had me on his show. See, Honor, he got, while he's interviewing, he could show you little slide pictures, you know, and he got a new computer. So it's gonna be the bomb. You know, he announced something, he got a new computer.
He's so innocent. But not really. But she's just so innocent.
Now, you know, I'm a filmmaker. I pay people to capture picture, so I'm not tech savvy like that to put a little slide while I talk to you guys. But I told you guys, when I get my money back, I was gonna come and speak to the people, and that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, family. And you know what? It still breaks my heart. All these people that have lost money, all these people that have lost money. And I'm telling you guys right now, if his intention was to open the school, why would you give me some money back? There's not going to be FDMG. There's not going to be a school. Give me some money back. There's not going to be, if his intention was to open the school, why would you give me some money back? There's not going to be FDMG. There's not going to be a school, family. And I say that with heavy heart because I was a contributor. I was a supporter. There's not going to be a school. No, sir, there's not going to be a school. No, ma'am, there's not going to be a school. So all of you, you know, he has some of his supporters that did take a few jabs here and there at me. So for you that are taking a few jabs at me, explain them giving me a check. Explain that. Explain that, them giving me a check. Family.
I'm married. I don't need you to be so much into the spotlight and trying to go viral. I need you to look at this, and now do your job, do your due diligence. If you believe that the school's not going to open, and you know person hands on that he's is a creep and he's a fraud and he's scamming, then it's time for you to become part of the Ultimate Trolling Warriors. And it's time for us to really get this guy in the spotlight. And the way you can do it, like I said, is you can just, you can take my whole situation And like I said, it's a film. You can enhance it. Because if I give you details of a lot of things, that's more than enough. Okay, sleeping on the floor, you know, bathroom. We let's go into a lot of little details for that scene. Let's enhance it. You're a filmmaker. Let's enhance that behind the scenes situation, that whole court situation. Him avoiding the court. If you really want to do your job, if you really feel bad for all those donors, and you know there was a shitload of donors, and you was a donor yourself, but you was saying, oh, you know there was a shitload of people that was going against and saying, yo, he's not doing right, but yet and still you donated. If you feel bad for all those who took a loss, I took a loss. Help out. Let's bring them down. Your slander and you doing little videos not going to really do it, but you focus on the right video. The open case that he has right now that he's running from. Enhance that situation. What if it's too late to get a lien on that school?
It's getting dark out here. For standing by me while I went through the supporting me, I want to thank you. About him anymore, but you know, no reason to make no video about him anymore. But you know, I'm just hurt for those who hasn't gotten their money back. But you know what? One advice I would give all of y'all: if you got receipt, make a video. Make a video. Don't light up on him. Make a video. You know, it's okay. I'm asking people to make video. Okay, she's saying I'm saying too much now. You understand? You know.
Yeah, because if you have a receipt and you donate to this man a substantial amount of money, send it to IcyDon502, IcyDon502 @gmail.com, so we can get this to the FBI and make a case. That's what it's all about right now. It's time to make a case. All right, folks. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. Part 2 consisted of me going over this video because this video was a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. This video was a problem for me because I'm looking at her and like, I'm looking at her on this dude's platform and I'm like, hold on. And I'm looking at her on his platform and I'm like, she only really knew, and you should know, like, this dude talks about women like you like a piece of shit. Now I want y'all to even see everything about the facial. Look, you see how he's starting off with the fake smile.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning on in. There's been some new developments in this Umar Johnson saga. And I would have to say that in all of my years of covering Umar, I think this is one of the most important occurrences or events that have taken place. Many of you guys know I've interviewed Mary Ann Lorient in the past, and she came out to speak about her experiences with Umar while she was producing a film called Awaken. So most of you guys are aware of that. She's a film producer, amongst other things. As she shared her story, it went viral. It went semi-viral, I should say, but a lot of people spoke out about it and talked about it. Was making the rounds here on social media, And then there have been other things that have taken place since that time. And then what has happened more recently is very much significant. And that's what we have our very special guest on here this evening, Mary Ann Lawrence. She'll be explaining what has taken place, and we'll get right on into it. Okay, Mary Ann, welcome to the show, or I should say, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's never been easier to start a podcast than with Riverside. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm and open an account, and then you'll be able to capture high-quality video and audio from practically anywhere in the world. When it comes to editing, Riverside is perfect for beginners. Even if you have zero experience, you can use their AI tools and intuitive editing features to create a professional-looking result. You can get transcriptions automatically and use them to edit like a doc, or you can use the chapter timeline feature, which makes it way easier just to skim and scan. Ready to share? Well, it's okay if you don't have an audience yet. Everybody starts somewhere, and River.
Damn.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
I'm doing good. All right. How are you doing? Let's start with that. How are you doing? I know there's been a lot going on. I know it's been a very stressful time for quite some time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling well, thank you.
You got the fake ass smile. Yo, my question is this, because I didn't see the first video. All right. So I didn't see the first video with him and her. I didn't see the first interview. I ain't hear none of the questions asked her. So I don't know if he asked her what made her like do the film and what made her donate. How much did she donate? How long she been donating? Has she been donating for years? I don't know if he really asked her real questions. So all I know is that, as I'm looking right here, I can see through that. That's the devilish, fakest smile ever right there. Fake ass smile. Because like I say, all people that he talked definitely about women like her who doing shit like this and donating like that and spending money. He talked about them like they were the worst things on the planet.
When I came out on YouTube, I shared, I said, yes, I did come out originally telling my story on your channel. I said, but you are kind of like a mentor where you said, hey, you make film, you should get on YouTube and showcase your work. And there was nothing about Umar, nothing. You're like, showcase your work. You have content, use it to your advantage. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the most tech savvy. And then you walk me through. You even walk me through how to, even though you qualify for monetization, you walk me through how to set it up. I don't know if I'm saying that word.
No, that's right.
I appreciate. So I told them that you were like my mentor. You guide me. You were kind to me. And then when I was on your show, and I want to apologize when I kind of got really emotional. There was a lot of emotion that came on, and I apologize for the abrupt. We didn't really finish the interview. I apologize about that.
No, it's perfectly fine.
And when they reached out, so I'm gonna talk slowly because some they'll say we don't understand what she's saying, so I'm gonna collect my thought and speak slowly. When I received the email, I was startled by the email. I said, oh, they want to have a conversation. The email is not them suing me or me suing them. They said in the email, they wanted to sit down and have a dialogue. And I'm like, okay, they want to have a dialogue. I reached out to my attorney. It's not TJ. I've introduced TJ to all of you. TJ is running for judge in the greater Cleveland area. He has let go of all his clients and he's not taking any new client. So when whoever was his client, you got that notification. I got another attorney because I'm a bit.
So this, I didn't, I missed all this parts of watching the video. This is my first time hearing all this stuff right there. But off the rip, she had a lawyer, TJ, who's running for judge. So yes, she's going to get her bread.
Businesswoman, I need an attorney on board. Like, I ain't paying her continuously, but when something arrives, I have my attorney. I'm not just getting in Google to find a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought my first business with her would be the contract, because I'm doing the making of Awaken. And when I received it with his attorney without proper representation, she was like, okay.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next.
We'll sit down. So the law firm has a sister firm where he's from in Philly. The way it went, we went to the Cleveland law firm. We sat down with two Caucasian lawyers, because I thought he was going to be there physically. And in the office that they took us, there was a big screen television, and he appeared with another Caucasian gentleman. When he appeared, he had that mug, mean stare. He never uttered a word throughout the entire meeting, but just that look. Ain't nobody was scared, but me, I'm a firecracker, so I look too. You stare down, we're gonna have a stare down. And then Cassandra kept like let's focus on what they want to discuss. Don't, like, she didn't verbally say it, but she was kind of detoured.
Yo, the stare down is funny because that, like I say, man, I was beasting up in that courtroom, but without being too much of an animal. But you know what I'm saying, I would do little things such as go right directly in this man's line of fire, a visual, so I can look him dead in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? I made him break character several times. Remember you talk about the meat? Yeah, he broke character several times. Even one time, he even had to start laughing. He caught himself, but he started laughing because he knew that he was a dickhead. Yo, folks, man. This woman, she's so about Leonard Arnold's her mentor. If she don't, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If she don't respond to me, and she do not, because I'm going to flood her comment section, and she do not respond to me, and she edits me out this situation, because Leonard Arnold's her mentor, and Leonard Arnold is butthurt because of the fact that we did videos on him being an Umar Johnson fan and supporter. If he told her anything like, yo, don't deal with him, that's why she keeps saying, I feel bad for the people who didn't get their money. I feel bad for you if you didn't get your. Yo, if that's who, if she's talking to me, and she don't really support and help this cause, you know how when people, like I said, this is a spiritual situation, spiritually, that's selling your soul for the fame, the money, the fame, okay? That's the Jezebel spirit if you don't really, if you try to edit out Don. Don is the one who destroyed this whole Umar Johnson sector, got everybody's not wanting to talk about it no more because they was all feeling goofy. So if you do what Leonard trying to do and edit me out this whole situation, and if he got you to don't deal with him, and you edit me out this situation, spiritually you're going to have to deal with something. I ain't gonna lie, because you was put in this position right now not to get a $68,000 check to come online and brag about. But you was here to do a job, which is to save other people from being a victim like yourself. So as you're meant to say, oh, yo, you could use this whole Umar Johnson. Matter of fact, let me get bigger with this one. Let me rewind, because I want you to hear. Damn. Was that the other video? Well, she was talking about mentor.
Me from don't like you stare down. We're gonna have a stare down, and then Cassandra kept like let's focus. An attorney on board. Like I ain't paying her continuously, but when something, so you qualify for minor station, you walk me through how to set it up. I don't know if I'm saying walk me through how to. Even though you qualify for minor station, you walk me through how to. Then you walk me through. You even walk me through how to. Even though you to your event, I'm like showcase your work. You have. It was nothing about Umar, nothing. You're like showcase your work. You have content, use it to your event. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not demo. You have content, use it to your event. I'm like, yeah, showcase your work. You have content, use it to your event. I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I need y'all to hear that right there. You have content, use that to your advantage. Showcase your work. You have content, use that to advantage. Showcase your work. Hey, you have some Umar Johnson content. Now, this was being said. Yo, you in the Umar Johnson sector now, you know what I'm saying? And you know I own this lane, but you know I'm gonna help guide you through this whole shit. You know, I'm the kingpin. I'm the godfather of the detractors. Okay, I'm the godfather of the Umar Johnson detractors. So this is what you do, because you got some Umar Johnson content. And so because you got the Umar Johnson content, I'm gonna help guide you so that you can blow up like me. You can use this whole Umar Johnson situation and blow up like me. And you can now showcase your work and showcase this and that. But you gotta edit Don out. Who's Don? He's the guy who Umar Johnson owes money, and he's been threatening his life for like 5 years. But you just edit him out. No, yo, if he's mentioning you on that level, no, mama. If he didn't mention me, that's cool. But yo, mama, there's no way in life that you can do a film and you can have behind the scenes stuff. You can be all in the mix and not have this court case of Don M and the FBI on his ass. And like they say, the money that's owed to you is one part of it. It's very important because it shows character. But right now we gotta find donors. Let's get the donors, because we gotta put some money to this shit. We gotta put a dollar value to this shit. So don't think that you just got paid just because no, you got paid because you donate, you was a donor, and you have a mouth, and you had a lawyer. And you was on the Godfather channel. Or the detractors. And he's sitting there just like, yo, I'm going to, I hope I have a $500 day. I hope I have a $1,000 day. I hope I can make some money with this woman on this live stream again. While you babbling about this and that and that, he's only thinking about how much money he really can make. He's just letting you talk. This is for real. You got to understand this sector is not really for people like you. They would, in a heartbeat, they would love to joke you. But they're going to try and ride with you because they're going to say, oh, she got a lot of subscribers now. She's almost at 5,000. Oh, she's at 10,000. Maybe I can be a mod on her channel. Maybe I'll be a mod on her channel. These folks really is a little weird. So don't get caught up with the hype. Let me repeat that real fast. Let me repeat this real fast, because he ain't trying to bring Umar Johnson down. He says this to her.
You have content, use it to your event. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the most tech savvy. And then you walk me through, you even walk me through how to, even though you qualify for minor station, you walk me through how to set it up. I don't know if I'm saying that word.
No, that's right.
I appreciate. So I told them that you were like my mentor. You guide me. You were kind to me.
You know, I just looked I was, looking, just looking and looking, and I remember on one video she was talking about her breasts. She should have. Well, she didn't have to show the tatas open. She did that purposely.
And then when I was on your show, and I want to apologize when I kind of got really emotional. There was a lot of emotion that came on, and I apologize for the abrupt. We didn't really finish the interview. I apologize about that.
No, it's perfectly fine.
And
yeah, we had a cabinet, one of those diners just like that in my crib.
And when they reached out, so I'm gonna talk slowly because some they'll say we don't understand what she's saying. So I'm gonna collect my thought and speak slowly. When I received the email, I was startled by the email. I said, "Oh, they want to have a conversation." The email is not them suing me or me suing them. They said in the email they wanted to sit down and have a dialogue. And I'm like, okay, they want to have a dialogue. I reached out to my attorney. It's not TJ. I've introduced TJ to all of you. TJ is running for judge in the greater Cleveland area. He has let go of all his clients, and he's not taking any new client. So when whoever was his client, you got that notification. I got another attorney because I'm a businesswoman. I need an attorney on board. Like, I ain't paying her continuously, but when something arrives, I have my attorney. I'm not just getting Googling to find a lawyer. So I thought my first business with her would be the contract, because I'm doing the making of Awakening. And when I received this email, they want to have a conversation. I'm not crazy. I wasn't going to sit down with his attorney without proper representation. She was like, okay, we'll sit down. So the law firm has a sister firm where he's from in Philly. The way it went, we went to the Cleveland law firm. We sat down with two Caucasian lawyers, because I thought he was going to be there physically. And in the office that they took us, there was a big screen television, and he appeared with another Caucasian gentleman. When he appeared, he had that mug, mean stare. He never uttered a word throughout the entire meeting, but just that look. Ain't nobody was scared, but me, I'm a firecracker, so I looked too. You stare down, we're gonna have a stare down. And then Cassandra kept like let's focus on what they want to discuss. Don't, like, she didn't verbally say it, but she was kind of detouring me from having a stare down with him. So what they wanted, they're like, okay, you made your little movie, and listen to the language, which I thought was a bit degrading. You made your little movie. You had your share of video, but he has a right to have peace. He wants this to end. You have threatened him online that you're going to come out with behind the scene. I did say, I'm going to come out.
Yo, this is my first time hearing this. Okay, this is my first time hearing this. I didn't hear this video. I didn't watch this video. I came at the end, not the end, but somewhat the middle. And I never heard of really talk. It was more so about the behind the scenes. But if you're going to have behind the scenes, anything, you really, really need Don in that behind the scenes. This is a real court. He just, it wasn't just about his baby mom sitting in court. A disgruntled co-worker took him to court and won. This is real behind the scenes that needs to be known. I need your help with this behind the scenes. Talk. What you talk about?
When he subscribed to my channel as an only fan, I had no content. It infuriated me. I did go to the authority. Yes, I did. So in that video I did, because they pulled up a bunch of video. In that video they played. So they tell me and then they show it. I did say I have content for 2 years and don't make me drop behind the scene. They're like, you know, he agreed to make this movie with you. You have footage of him in the movie. You made your video. You have free speech. You're allowed to say the hardship, the disagreement, and he's allowed to get on and correct what he hasn't done. Because you and I had this conversation. I said, do you know he has not clapped back when I appeared on your show? And they're like, he has the right to clap back. He chose not to. You made your video, but what you're not going to do is bully, is intimidation. So it's like I was blackmailing him.
That's what they were saying to me, bully him and intimidating. They use that same language with me.
Bully, intimidate. They use all those no, you ain't got to write it down. I'm bullying him. I'm intimidating. So they're like, your legal representation is here with you. You move forward with that. We're going to take you to court. It has to stop.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current.
So I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, they talk about I'm bullying him. I don't know how I'm bullying him. To be honest with you, all the video that I made, I share that it was 3 days of hell. You're saying I have the right. I know what right I have. And in the video, I share bits and pieces of the commotion we had in Cleveland with him within those 3 days. You understand? And you have to understand that video, when I went to the authority, he got, and I want you guys to understand, he came on my YouTube channel and he subscribed not only as a subscriber, a paying member. And I had video for paying member. Like I had no content. I set it up because I know the movie's coming, but I had no content. So he paid. And then, you know, he's that gift that keeps on giving. Because when I came publicly, because I was angry, he was on my channel, I gained like 22 people who just became paying member. But what are they jumping on here for? There's really nothing.
That's the trolls. See, the troll, yo, this is serious. The trolls is more than anything. She got more trolls than anything.
Okay, so, but he's smart. Before they pull me in, the last video, I think that would trigger everything. The last video I made, I don't know, let me get his name right. Jay Wadded, that content.
Yeah, Jay Witt. Mm-hmm.
Jay Witt made a video, a content video with just him talking, rambling on. And then you guys know I'm new. I follow everyone. I see what everyone's doing. So I could see how the game has played, like how you guys lay out your content and everything. So I can, because now that I have my little channel, so I could, and then when you had your new computer, I got excited. I'm like, oh my God, you got a new computer. Was excited about that. You know.
Once again, if you've been searching, you've been looking for the players, you would know who the players are. Just these little content creators been doing videos recently on Umar. They just doing videos on Umar. They have no ties to Umar. That's the whole reason why I'm here right now, to let you know that you're missing the overall point. Don't come here and just say, I'm a content creator now. Hey, check my channel out. Hey, and because you was able to sneak in with the Umar situation. That's a Jezebel spirit. But if you were one who believed in the dream, but now you see what the person really is, and you want to end this shit, you don't follow the path of Leonard. You follow the path of, you got to bring him down. You see how the lawyers is coming at you. You know what this is. Don't get caught up with that hype shit. Don't. For real, don't.
So I'm following around. So Mr. J Wadded video. So while I'm sitting, it was in the evening. It wasn't while he did it live or anything. I'm catching the video. So while I'm sitting there, at the end of the video, I caught the dirty little filthy bag, the gut bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys ever saw the plane. I literally leaped out of my couch, like the bag. I grabbed the phone, which was on the coffee table, and I start recording, and I'm talking as I recorded. So I'm like, oh, so he wants to be a paid subscriber. I'm going to give him a content. So I post that, but I didn't even do it publicly. I for paying members only. And then he saw it. I guess it infuriated him because I was talking. I'm like, yes, this is the same little filthy bag. I recognize the bag because he came to Cleveland with the bag. I described to you guys what was in the bag, and I'm going to repeat it again. He had a revolver in the bag. He had a sandwich bag with animal inside in it. And then he had that.
And why do he have a gun? Who he has a gun for? He has a gun for me, my friend. All right? I'm really listening to you. I just feel so bad because, I think you just going to miss the whole overall point of why you're here. You're not here just to be in this situation, just to build a channel and content. No, you're here because you are here to shut this situation down. We're almost 3 hours. I'm gonna give 3 hours, and then I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna continue again.
That nice wood.
I will be doing several videos of this lady because I'm going to get in her library because obviously I'm not on her radar. So, I guess I'm not on her radar because whatever reason. So we're going to have to get on her radar. All right. I need to get you over here. And because if you want to infuriate Umar, the best way you can infuriate Umar is to do the behind the scenes discussions with his coworkers. I can get you at least 3 people who worked, staff people that worked there, that he did dirty, that he did wrong. And you can hear their stories, their personal stories of how he treat them as men, what he want from them. They believe in the dream too, but I can get you 3 people who I can get you 3 staff people, and I can get you 5 people total easy, and probably 10 that supported him in a way that now they just completely turned. You want to behind the scenes? This will infuriate Umar. You want to behind the scenes? We want an apology. You can help us get this apology. Don't focus on this content and trying to talk about your movies and your films, because I'm not going to lie to you. It's not about your fucking films. It's about what you was able to accomplish with your cameras. You was able to get this fraud to tell on himself. That's what it's all about. It's not about this, it's not about that. You was able to get him 100% to tell on himself that he's a scammer. That whole miniseries, whatever you put together, that little film is his testimony of him being the fraud black leader. It's nothing else that your spotlight for. You won't have no spotlight because you're going to do this, you're going to do that. That's not your spotlight right now. Your spotlight is to turn off the spotlight on him. So don't listen to this clown talking about, oh, yo, you now got content, so just keep putting your stuff out there, and the people are going to levitate to you, and they're going to support you, and they're going to make you have a pretty house like me. The people going to pay for this. All you just got to do is keep talking about Umar and a little bit in here, and just keep putting out your stuff. But I'm telling you like this, if you think that the people going to levitate to you, if you're not talking about Umar, they not. If you think the people going to really support you and all your things and your endeavors, they're going to support for a hot second, and then they're going to disappear. Leonard can't do no flute shows and things like that. They ain't going to be intuitive. They ain't going to be sitting there paying attention to that attentively. No, they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, it sounds good, Lynn, but do that Umar shit. So the best thing that you can do is play your position, Ms. Marianne, and you can truly, truly get this behind the scenes footage of the workers that was at the building. He went on the radio station and said that we stole, we did this, we did that, we did this, and we stopped him from opening his school. He said, but the white contractors and white workers, they came in, they got him to the finish line. You need to know who those workers are. You don't have no behind the scenes. You need to get his daughter on that shit. Leonard Arnold is no one. All he is a researcher online who's never ever been at the school, and all he can just do is say, I've been studying Umar, I know more about him. But personalized stories, that's what you need.
Necklace with an on the thing. So I'm talking as I just caught the last end of the video, and it was a very chaotic end. He played the video all the way till the end, and then I posted that. So it infuriated him. So he unsubscribed to the channel. YouTube inform you when someone unsubscribed, but they also inform because they give you these little notifications. They're like, but his membership is already paid for. He don't get that back. So he's paid for that month of September. Tomorrow is the last day of September. Now, if he would have stayed moving the next month, it would have been an automatic payment. So he unsubscribed. So I got paid for that month, and he gave me 22 people who came on because they don't know what drama is going to unfold. Because I'm learning that YouTube people like excitement. You know, it's not always the healthy content, but that's the rule of the game. Am I right?
You're right.
So they're sitting here, they're showing me the little video they're showing. So I'm sitting.
You're right.
So they're sitting here content, but that's excitement. Because I'm learning that YouTube people like excitement. You know, it's not always the healthy content, but that's the rule of the game. Am I right?
You're right.
So they're sitting here, but that's the rule of the game. Am I right?
You're right.
So in other words, Leonard, people love your channel because you just have that chatty patty content, chatty content channel. The chatty content channel, CCC, chatty content channel. So because you have the chatty content channel, that yes, they do that. They're going to give rent, and they're going to give handsomely if you was about that chatty content channel shit.
Here, they're showing me the little video they're showing. So I'm sitting, and you know, I'm a calm and collected person. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking. I said, well, if you guys understand, every time I make a video, which I'm in my right with my free speech. Every time I make video, he's the one who's and has and called me. Well, we don't know. I said, listen, don't play with me. Tell me you don't know. He's sitting right there. He called me with a third party.
You told me about that. We talked about that.
I told you about that. He called me with a third party. And I even did a video. I said, I'm not going to name her because I'm not going to give her that credit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was shiesty on her because my thing is, inform me, show me a text. Marianne, Dr. Umar wants to connect with you. I'm going to call you. Don't call me blindly on my phone with this man. I thought that was a tad disrespect on her. And we're not friends, but I had a report with you. You should have gave me head up. You're going to make this phone call with this man. Okay. So